Hi, welcome to Deakin University. My name's Kirsten Howlett and I'm Course Director for the Exercise and Sports Science degree. Today we're going to be taking you on a 360-degree tour of the Exercise and Sports Science spaces located here at the Geelong Warren Ponds campus. This is a 360-degree tour, so feel free at any stage to stop and rotate your camera or on screen to get a full picture of the location that we're in at the moment. So this is our outdoor teaching spaces, and as you can see here we have an 8-lane running track, a FIFA-sized soccer pitch, basketball courts, and way down the back there we have a baseball diamond as well as an MCG-sized oval where the Geelong Cats come and do some of their training. We also have located out here is a purpose-built outdoor teaching space, so we can relocate equipment from our major teaching laboratory spaces and students can come down and do some real live practical experiences out here in the open. So now we're going to take you on a tour or on a walk up to our Reach building, which is the location of our practical and teaching spaces. So welcome to our strength and conditioning teaching space. This is a purpose-built space that's only accessible by staff and students that are undertaking or involved in the course. And as you can see, this is a fantastic gym environment that enables our students to have hands-on practical experiences and be taught by our staff in terms of proper use and handling of equipment and facilities. So in this teaching space is where our students undertake core strength and conditioning units and also learn about exercise prescription for individuals and in groups. So this is our biomechanics space, and this is where we look at human movement from a perspective of looking at acceleration and speeds and forces that are generated during a whole variety of different types of movement. You can see here we have a force plate which is embedded in the space. Over here we have a Biodex machine which looks at force production and angle movements. And we also have a treadmill here, as well as a 3D motion caption cameras that allows us to look at movement and capture joint angles and velocity during various types of movement activities. So from our biomechanics space, we now move into our exercise physiology teaching space, which is a core component of an exercise and sports science degree. You can see here that this room caters for a ratio of 1 to 20 students, so 1 staff member to 20 students. But you can see here there are a number of individualised metabolic carts or stations which allow our students to break up into small groups of around 4 students where they can individually undertake a whole variety of different types of activities on these individual machines, and it allows them an opportunity to work in small groups and rotate through all of the different roles that they would be required to take. So for these metabolic workstations, they allow us to get a subject onto the bike and to measure expired air, where we're measuring carbon dioxide and oxygen concentrations. We can look at ventilation rates, and it allows us to measure a whole variety of other blood-related measures like lactate and glucose during a variety of different types of exercising conditions. So we've just walked through our environmental chamber, which is a customised design space that allows us to adjust the temperature and the humidity and the altitude. And it's an opportunity, it's a space that is used for both teaching and also research purposes. You can see here that there are a number of large windows so students can view. We've got a number of single ports that enable us to pass material through that and to use our metabolic carts to be able to measure and monitor athletes and individuals whilst they're undertaking exercise inside the environmental chamber. Here is another one of our teaching and research spaces. This bike here allows us to simulate what it would be like cycling in an environment much like doing a stage of the Tour de France. And over here we've got a number of other bikes that are used solely for research purposes, and another system over here that is more research-based metabolic cart, which is principally used for research purposes. So finally, moving through into our biomechanics or 3D Gait laboratory, which once again we have a customised treadmill and a 3D motion capture system, and this allows us to test individuals from the community and also our students and research participants. We can look at a whole variety of biomechanical factors related to walking and running movements. And we also have a relationship with 3D Gait, which is an international company that allows us to input data and compare it to normalised databases around biomechanical measurements for real patients that may come into the clinic. Thanks for your time, and we look forward to seeing you at Deakin on campus sometime soon.